Welcome back to Dan, Digital Asset News, where we summarize the top stories in crypto so you get what you need to know in less time. So here's what's news today. First off, we've got PornHub. Looks like they are axing model payments through PayPal, which may help crypto. Next one up, we have one of the co-founders of OneCoin, which he has been busted and is taking a plea deal, which awful one, to face 90 years in jail. What an awful deal. Next, we've got tech analysis for XRP and why I really don't care that the price keeps going down for things like tokenization of assets such as properties, like a $30 million Manhattan project. So let's start off. So first one up, PornHub. Anybody seen this? Or am I the only one keeping this billion-dollar industry afloat? Anyhow, so PayPal has decided to stop allowing the adult entertainment industry to have transactions or payments through their platform. And the reason for this is no good reason. Probably because they're just a bunch of Puritans like everybody else, and they want to be on the right side. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what your profession is. You still need to get paid. And when you're doing things like this, you force these types of things to go underground or other types of transactions, and that's not good. So this is what Corey Price, the vice president of PornHub, says. He says, "We currently pay out in Verge." Has anybody heard about Verge? Has anybody been using that in a while? Verge, really? And he says we're evaluating adding other cryptocurrency payout options. I can tell you this. If they start to use Bitcoin, good luck with that. There's a lot of transaction fees. XRP would be a good model to use, I think. Very fast, very quick. Ethereum, something like that. Maybe even Tron, but who knows about that. I don't invest in Tron anymore. I don't really believe in that project as well. So if I was them, I'd say XRP. Anyhow, he continues on. He says more than 100,000 performers who relied on PayPal for their livelihoods. That's a big statement right there. Payouts for their livelihoods were affected by its decision to discontinue the service. Now here's the thing. So I sell my information products online. And if a payment processor goes down like PayPal, that is a big dent in my business. Because when people go to sign up and do things, they're looking for ease. They're looking for fast. And in today's world, if you don't have that access to do these things, you are losing a wide variety of customers. So for them to do something like this, I think it's a shame, honestly. If this happened to something like me, I'd be pretty pissed off because I need all the payment processors I can, especially a big giant like PayPal. But that's their decision, so let's keep going on. Enough of my soapbox. The company said it was devastated by the move and called on those models to use one of its other provided methods of paying out. These include direct deposits, checks, and the Verge cryptocurrency. All right. So if anybody has done a direct deposit, we know it can take some time. Some places it doesn't take too much time. Some places it does not, but you have to set everything up. So if you're, I don't know, casually perusing the internet and you're on a porn website, do you want to give all your information and your checking and routing number and all that stuff to somebody? I don't think I would, but this is what they're saying would be the optimal thing to do. Also, this thing called a check, who the hell uses checks? I was behind a lady. This was last week in the grocery line, and she whipped out a checkbook, and I could just, first of all, I was groaning, but everybody behind me was like, there was just a sense of like disbelief, like, holy crap, someone's using a check. So imagine doing that online, using a check, checking the routing number and the information. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that as time goes on. And they talked about using the Verge cryptocurrency. Again, I don't know that project. I heard about it in the past. I know they were associated with this, but again, I don't know how stable that is and everything else. Moving on, it says bank accounts may be frozen if the banks get a hint that porn is related to the payments. And I read this and I thought to myself, Jesus, some people are just online. They're trying to make money. They're doing the things that they can. And if that happens to be adult entertainment, so much so. That's what it is. There is a demand for it. People feel that demand. They should get paid for that service. But now they're getting screwed, because of the different banks that are out there. So I was reading this and I thought to myself, man, that is a real bum deal to have that happen. Moving on. In the announcement, performer Shyla Jennings reflected on this. Crypto personal portal, LOL. I don't understand what that even is. I'm cool, just direct deposit into my bank account. I'm sure she is. But as time goes on and she sees how difficult it is, not how difficult, but as she sees that the amount of however it's paid, if it's a tip service or if it's some type of like monthly service that she gets, and she realizes, holy smokes, they've made it totally difficult for me and my revenue has been cut in half. It's not going to be an LOL type of situation. It's going to be more of a big thing. And I think that's what people are missing here. We need to make access to everything in the world a little bit easier. Centralized banks suck. They're a big pain in the ass. Look, even for me, like I went to open up a bank account for my online service, my online business, which has been in existence for 10 years. And the first bank shot me down. They shot me down when I have been paying taxes in America for 10 years on this service. And they said, no, you can't do that because we're afraid of money laundering. Are you fucking kidding me? But that's what we have. That's the kind of mentality we have with central banks. Anyhow, again, off my soapbox. So here we have the industry crypto project SpankChain. They made a tweet that says, clearly, somebody deserves to be spanked. Pretty funny stuff. Now, there is something interesting about this part here that Shyla Jennings says. She says that I'm just cool with direct deposit. No, this was from the article. Bank accounts may be frozen if the banks get a hint that porn is related to the payments. So I was looking that up and I thought, why would they do that if it's just related to adult entertainment that's been around forever? So there's this article from TMZ. PayPal pulls out of PornHub business. Catchy. And let's see. This is one sentence. It says, PayPal hasn't said exactly why they're bailing, but the other financial institutions starting making the same move after Congress passed the Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act in 2018. Look, I don't care. I don't know what your position is as far as adult entertainment. However, I think the majority of you have probably seen some of that. Again, I'm not the one keeping this billion-dollar industry afloat, I'm pretty sure. So when you have stuff like this come out, it forces people underground, and it forces everything to become a little bit dirtier, a little bit more seedier, and a little bit more problems as far as getting money into the hands of the people that are providing this service. And I think it is a sham, and it's a shame that this happens, and I can't hope it gets reversed. All right, moving forward. OneCoin. I had no idea what this was. But OneCoin, around 2017 when I got into crypto, when everything was starting to explode and I started to FOMO in, before that even happened, early 2017, 2016, 2015, even now 2014, OneCoin was around. And it was some type of cryptocurrency. Actually, let's just read this article. Well, no, I'll give you the background. It was some kind of cryptocurrency for education, and people would be able to buy into this crypto and be able to get some type of educational type information back, and it was just declared a Ponzi scheme. So the DOJ reached a plea deal with Konstantin Ignatov. I probably butchered that. or OneCoin Limited, a cryptocurrency project based out of Bulgaria. He's the brother of OneCoin co-founder Dr. Ruja Ignatov, also called the Crypto Queen. That's catchy. Ignatov faces up to 90 years in prison for this plea deal. I gotta tell you, I don't know who does a plea deal for 90 years. Was something on the table where like, you know what, we're gonna give you 100 years, or if you wanna, make a deal with us, here's 90. Yes, I'll take that deal. What a sweet deal that guy made. I don't know what else was was on the docket, but Jesus, hopefully they get better lawyers in Bulgaria. So OneCoin raised $4 billion for its cryptocurrency. I want you to think about that. $4 billion. They took $4 billion out of unsuspecting people, put it into their pocket, and disappeared. This is why people are always so up in arms, and they talk about, well, if the government comes in, there's regulation, we don't want that, and cryptocurrency should be blah, 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 blah. Decentralized, da-da-da. Well, look, this is what happens. When you don't have regulation, I hate to tell you, if you don't have regulation, people get screwed. And there has to be some kind of regulation. It cannot be chaos all over the place, because crap like this happens. And as time goes on, we're going to see a lot of these types of things happen. Not only these types of things happen, but these types of coins to just go down the tubes and become non-existent, which is what I'm hoping for. So for this one, I'm happy to see things like this happen, because it means that we're moving in the right direction. All right. But there's one more part to this, which was pretty jarring. And this is Ignatov told the court that his sister acquired a passport and tickets to Vienna and Athens from her home in Bulgaria. He has not spoken to her since her disappearance. So essentially, she took off, left him holding everything. He got arrested in 2019, took the plea deal for 90 years. There sometimes are no levels to the depravity of people out there, and how far they'll sink, even to screw over their own family. So for this guy, I'm not sorry for him, because he screwed a lot of people, but I'm hoping the other person gets pinched. All right. And last story, Ripple going down to 24 cents, they say. So today, he's the Bitcoin price, 8,600. Bitcoin Cash, which is junk, 274. Ethereum is 183, 26 cents. Litecoin, 59. And Binance Coin, 20. And just so you guys know, yes, I'm biased. I'll just show you exactly what my holdings are. So this is what we got. So you know if I'm talking about something, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I'm biased. And I believe in these projects. I've invested in these projects. So I highlight the things that I want to highlight. And I do away with the things that make no sense to me. I don't understand them, and I don't know why they're around. Bitcoin Cash being one of them. Anyhow, XRP, 24 cents. And it's going to go to this price analysis. Again, I will tell you this. I believe in human psychology. I believe in the reptilian brain. I believe that people FOMO. And when people FOMO, it starts to push the market in certain directions, like in 2017. I also believe that there's whales out there that definitely know the same things I know, and they understand that if they can push things in the right direction, everybody will fall in line with them and what they are doing, just like lemmings. So all these different types of technical support and analysis work pretty well until they don't. That's like when these whales come in and go, you know what? Market's doing this one thing, and I'm going to sell a boatload of Bitcoin, cause fear and panic, and crash the whole system. And then when it goes down pretty low, I'm going to have me and maybe one or two of my friends buy up a ton of it, wait for the next one to go up, and on we go. And that's manipulation, and that's the problem with this sector, and that's why we need this regulation to come in. So all this tech analysis right now might be great for the stock market, even though the stock market is rigged as well, but not near as much as this. I could go over it, but I'm not, because I don't believe in that. What I do believe, though, is that I don't care what the price is right now. The smart money, ladies and gentlemen, is buying up like crazy right now because we're in a low part. The dumb money, which is what most of us are or were or have been, even myself. We wait till everything starts to rocket up and we start to buy at the top or at the middle. And then we get screwed at the end holding the bag. So I don't care what the price is. I'm buying right now small amounts every week. Go to Coinbase. I put it in for every week to buy two things, XRP and chainlink. I believe in both of those projects, and as time goes on, hopefully I'll be proven right, or I'll look like a moron. Doesn't matter. It's just my decision, and it's what that I have seen, and I've throughout the different things that the information that I've gotten. So yeah, the price is going down, but I look at things about like, what can it do? What can it do? Well, Bitcoin's a first mover. Why I am investing in these things. So real quick, this was a story a while ago, but it's been updated as of September 15th, 2019. But it's a 30 million Manhattan and tokenized on Ethereum. The listed broker is Ryan Serhant, a real estate agent mogul who stars in Bravo's reality TV series $1 Million Listing New York. I think you know this guy, tall guy, handsome, gray hair. He's been doing some huge deals. And here's what he says about it. He says, with blockchain tokenization, we can remove the pressure of traditional bank financing, which is much healthier for the project and all the stakeholders. So I want you guys to think about this. We all know, or most of us know, that investing in real estate is good. Real estate goes up, especially over time, just like cryptocurrency or digital assets will go up over time. But the difference between cryptocurrency or digital assets and real estate has a much higher chance for most of the properties that you buy to actually appreciate. If you're investing in, I don't know, Verge or whatever it is, you got a pretty good chance it's going to zero and you're not going to make any money. But with real estate, think of it like this. If you could invest in real estate, let's say you give somebody $100. Go, I want to invest in this apartment complex. And I only have $100, I work minimum wage. That's all I got. No problem. I will take $100 from you, take $100 from you, $100 from you, and on you go. You're on a smart contract on Ethereum, on Cardano. You're on XRP, it's tokenized. And as the price goes up, you make money. It's a much safer bet. It's a longer bet, but it's a much safer bet. And I see that these types of things, that these certain assets that I've invested in, these are the things that I think will happen as time goes on. And who wouldn't want to do that? And it's not just like real estate. Like, you can invest in art, you can invest in vehicles, you could tokenize the world essentially. And you can go in. One problem with this, and that is that, where do we say it here? The security token sector continues to go through the implementation of its real-world use case. So, security token versus utility token. Real quick, what is that? Why is that important? So, I actually like security tokens. So what is it? What's the difference? First of all, the difference between utility and security. Tokens can be divided in two types, utility and security. All right. User invests in a utility token. They receive a benefit in return. This benefit is access to a particular system, access to some service like cloud storage space or like XRP. You buy XRP and you can make cross-border payments. That's a service. Whether now or in the future, doesn't matter. And there's a debate on, is XRP going to be a security? I don't think so. But that's not for me to decide. That's for Congress. A security token typically represents, and this now we're talking about securities. A security token typically represents a share in the company who issued it. Often compared to the way in which buying shares in the traditional stock market confers partial ownership of a company. Security tokens are much more heavily regulated by the government than utility tokens. There is an enhanced protection against fraud and mis-selling. So yes, when you have a utility token, easier to buy, not much regulation, but you have those problems like with OneCoin, all the rest of the crap that's going to come up. With a security token, as time goes on, it's safer, more dependable. And to me, it's just like investing in stocks. You could have an investment in stock that is a little bit risky and a little bit like the S&P 500, which is a little bit safer, what can hedge your bet. And that's my plan for the whole thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. And if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, smash the bell. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Subscribe and ring the bell. That's it. And I'll see you on the next one.